My name's Jonah Estes. I'm a city councilor here in Santa Fe, and I'm also the chair of the Bicycle Trails Advisory Committee. And we were supposed to have our regular meeting this Wednesday, but we got bumped by the city council. And so this is a de facto Bicycle Trails Advisory Committee meeting because we have a quorum here. But before we carry on, I'd like to ask our mayor, Javier Gonzalez, to welcome everyone here to this joyous community event. Mayor Gonzalez, come on up here.
Hi, everybody. Just want to first say thank you to Councilor Estes and all the BTAC committee who spend hundreds of hours a year working to make sure that Santa Fe has well thought of, laid out designs and commitments for trails throughout our city that keep people safe everywhere that they go. And I also want to say thank you to all the city staff that have worked hard. They've spent time and countless hours making sure that we've been able to get through today. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you who continually lead by example by getting on your bikes, driving place to place, and making our city a little bit more cleaner with cleaner air to breathe and a little bit more healthier. So thank you all very much, and let's, Councilor Estes will get us through the river cutting fast.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to introduce members of the Bicycle Trails Advisory Committee. We have Gretchen Grogan.
All right, Gretchen.
We have Stephen Newhall, former member Paul Cooley, former member Frank Herdman, Shelley Robinson, Jennifer Wellington. Any other former BTAC members here? Preston Martin, yes. Current member. Any past BTAC members?
Where's Joe Batacola?
Joe Batacola. There he is in the back.
Come on, Joe. Come on up. We're here for a bunch of these.
Anyway, this is the culmination of about 10 years of work to make this project a reality. And it's an incredible partnership between the New Mexico School for the Deaf, New Mexico Department of Transportation, Santa Fe Clean and Beautiful, the city of Santa Fe. And so truly, this project really represents a community-wide collaboration. And if you think about it, you know, what St. Francis Drive did was it disconnected our community, and what this trail does is reconnect our community. So this is very symbolic, and I think this is a key component to our bicycle trail system. And so I think this is a project that we can all be so very, very proud of. Before I hand it over to Leroy, because I want to thank our city staff. They did so much work in making this a reality and to put together the funding necessary to build this. This project cost a little over $5 million. And it was our city staff that were critical in obtaining the necessary funding to make it happen. One major portion of that funding was funding that normally goes to the city of Albuquerque to clean up their air. It's congestion mitigation, air quality, and the city was very successful in getting a major allocation of those funds. And so that is also a cause for celebration. I want to tell you that this committee is working on updating the long-range master plan. We're working on the next generation bike pedestrian trail system. I know there's a lot of bicycle safety issues out there, and we're trying to mainstream bicycle safety. We're trying to get a BTAC member on the Public Safety Committee to ensure that everyone is aware of bicycles on the street, not just on the part of drivers, but on the part of cyclists. And so there's many things that we're working on, and we're very excited about moving Santa Fe in a very new direction. So thank you all for being here. Isn't this a great day for Santa Fe? Yes. Oh, and before I turn it over to Leroy, we have some city councilors here that would like to say a few words. I'd like Councilor Ron Trujillo, to come up here and say a few words, and then we'll hear from Councilor Rene Villarreal.
Thank you, Councilor. Muchas gracias. You know, it's amazing. I was here back in 2000. I think it was 2008, right, Ivan? It's taken a long time for this to happen, but look at it's beautiful. And they picked good colors too, demon colors. I gotta say that, blue and gold. But no, congratulations to everybody involved. that's what it takes, collaboration between different entities. We've got a heck of a new bike path. I just got a new bike last week, so I can't wait till I get to roll it through here. So again, on behalf of the city, thank you guys. Thank everyone involved. This is just awesome. So good job.
Buenas tardes. I'm Renee Villarreal, and just also wanted to offer my congratulations to all the partners that made this possible. I did want the staff, city staff that was involved with this in some form or another to raise your hand so that you could be acknowledged that you're staff and that you really work hard. We have a lot of great staff. There's some in the back, yes. Raise your hand high. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. And let's get it started. We've been waiting long enough, right?
Thank you. I'm Leroy Pacheco with the Public Works Department. I can't say thank you enough to my colleagues in... Can you hear me? Oh, jeez. I cannot say thank you enough to my colleagues in city staff. In legal division, Irene Romero, Judy Amer. It takes a lot of work to get the contracts through that got this legally done. Purchasing, Robert Rodarte, Shirley Rodriguez. Finance, Teresita Garcia, Erica Garcia, got our budgets in. Who am I missing? Amy Duran Martinez, who gets our contractor his checks on time. I'm missing many of you. Parks Division, who anytime we asked a question through design and now through maintaining and operating this system, their answer is always yes, no matter what we ask them. My colleagues in engineering, my supervisor, John Romero, is he here? No? Okay, well, he's a great supervisor. City manager, he's somewhere. So anyway, enough said. Melissa McDonald, Michelle Gutierrez, and David Pike in River Watershed and Trail staff. I wanted to also really acknowledge the New Mexico School for the Deaf. Their Superintendent Gallegos, Rosemary Gallegos, we're standing on property that the New Mexico School for the Deaf donated to this project. So thank you very much. The Federal Highway Administration, I don't know if they're here. New Mexico DOT, Cabinet Secretary Church, and Anthony Trujillo, Lujan, excuse me. The Keep Santa Fe Beautiful. We're looking at this train, which many people wanted out of the project, and thanks to Santa Fe Beautiful and Rick Martinez. Thank you. And our wonderful Arts Commission staff person, Deborah Garcia, who, if you'd like to say something, I need a break.
Thank you, Leroy. So our involvement in this project goes back actually to 2005. We hired the artist team, who were actually the first people on contract to help with this project before the project engineer. So I have to acknowledge Chrissy Orr, who's here with us today, Lori Lundquist, who wasn't able to make it, Ian Rosenkrantz, and also Rico Eastman, who actually was an original member of the team and passed away a few years ago and didn't get to see this day, but I know he's here in spirit. I also want to thank the project team, especially Rich and Ivan and Denise, who through thick and thin and public input and all sorts of meetings stood by and advocated for this project and advocated for the complete integration of the artist team into this project. So thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the Arts Commission and Art and Public Places Committee. Matthew Chase Daniel is here today to represent that committee, who stuck by and kept recommending reallocating funding to the City Council to make the art component happen. So, and last but not least, Leroy Pacheco. This project would not have happened without Leroy Pacheco and his years of advocacy.
Last but not least, I would like to really acknowledge the construction team, which was a collaboration between Louis Berger Group and Vital Consulting Group, Vince Martinez and Danny Parsons for the contractors, Ivan Trujillo, Rich Rado, it was really interesting later this past summer that we'd get calls asking when we were going to start building the tunnel, which tells you how well this was conducted and how low it impacted the 50 or 60,000 cars that drive through here every day. So they didn't even know this was happening. So I'll give you a moment, Richard and Ivan, to speak, but I can't say thank you enough. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. I'm losing my voice somewhere around Friday or Saturday. It's a little cold. But I do want to acknowledge those that may not be present today, and those are the people who actually built this. They were here with us all winter at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, temperatures between 15 and 20 degrees. Some of the representatives are here. And again, I think, as many people have already said, this is a collaboration between a community, a city, a state, and federal, many levels. It's been up and down, but 11 years later, welcome. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's go! Woo!
Hello, I'm Richard Rothschild, Berger, and Ivan and I were the designers. I just want to point out two things that I already just said. The collaboration with artists began from inception. So we had the artist team and landscape architect. The artist team were involved in the selection of the structure, the shape, the width, the height, the style. And the other part I'd like to point out is we designed this, I believe, the first in the state. We were able to build this without impacts to traffic, and that was a big part of the design process. Thank you.
Last but not least, we need to thank all of our trail advocates out in the public, and Tim Rogers stands to mind as someone who... I also would like to thank Phil Beauvais and his lovely wife. They've been wonderful to work with. Our oldest piece of public infrastructure runs along the trail here, the Acequia Madre, which was installed by the Spanish about 400 years ago or so. And we don't know where the burro came from, but we're very happy his descendant Turbo made it here today. The burro bones actually saved the day and helped us finish the project within substantial completion time. So thanks, Turbo. I'm sure I'm missing people out there, colleagues from the county, etc. Harold, you've been great to work with, and we lost Richard Gorman in the midst of the project, another colleague that we lost, and Harold came in and did a great job. Patty Boucher, Councilor Patty Boucher, who was a big advocate for trails. Keith Wilson from the MPO. Would anyone else like to speak? Chrissy, would you like to say anything?
Why not? Well, 12 years later, here we are, and I just hope everyone really enjoys using this tunnel. And I just got a text from Laurie, who was the other artist on this project, and she reminded me, she said, remind everyone about the public charrette we had all those years ago. Can't remember how many years ago. But really what we got out of that public charrette was that this underpass was like a lantern. So that the light came as a lantern. And actually at this moment in time when we're going into solstice and the light changing, this I think is very apt now for this underpass, and thinking of St. Francis and all that means. So thank you everyone for allowing me to work on this.
Y'all ready to cut the ribbon or what? All right, as chair of the Bicycle Trails Advisory Committee, I'm calling this meeting is being adjourned. Mayor, come on up, and councilors and everyone, let's cut this ribbon. You guys want to join me in a countdown? We're going to cut it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo!